Now let us discuss the next question. This is again from History, Art and Culture. Which of the following Ashokan inscription indicates that he did not abolish the capital punishment? What is capital punishment? It means death sentence. So, Ashokan inscription Rock Edict 13. Okay, the options are Major Rock Edict 1, 4, 13, separate Kalinga Edict. So, the Rock Edict 13, here it is written that Ashoka gave the command for those people who have been given the death sentence. So they should get a 3 days holiday. This was the particular inscription which was found in Rock Edict 13, which says that Ashoka did not abolish the capital punishment. It was a prevalent thing. Also, one more thing you should remember about the 13 Rock Edict. It talks about the Kalinga War. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Option C is correct. The next question. Which of the following is a rock cut sculpture of the Mauryan period? The options are Dholi elephant, Parkham Yaksha, Rampura bull, the Lion of Sanchi. So Mauryan period rock cut sculpture. The correct answer is Dholi elephant. Moving on to the next question. It is asking the Sun temple built at Gaya during the Sultanate period has an inscription containing the name of a sultan twice. Who is that sultan? Jagrana Dithar lekha jai chhe. The correct answer is Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Question number 19. Nayankara system of the Vijayanagar Empire was modelled on the dash. Option A, Ikta assignment of the Sultanate. Option B, warfare of the sultans. Option C, legal system of the Sultanate. Option D, none of the above. So as you know, during the Mughals as well as during the Delhi Sultanate also, you will find the Ikta Mukti system. Ikta Mukti system means, so if there are some nobles, so land is given to them instead of the salaries, instead of the cash, land is given and the Ikta will collect the revenue from the land. So on similar lines with the Ikta Mukti system, Vijayanagar system had the Nayankara system. Ekdam same thila. तो नयनकारा सिस्टम कौन था इन दिस द लैंड वाज कॉल्ड एज अमरम द ऑफिसर्स ऑफ द आर्मी वर कॉल्ड एज नायक या तो फिर पोलीगार and it was a similar system as compared to the Ikta system of the Mughals. Okay, so the correct answer of this is Ikta assignment of the Sultanate. Next question, 23. Bombay, now Mumbai, acquired by the English, originally belonged to the dash. Option A, Portuguese. Option B, Dutch. Option C, Danes. Option D, French. So as you know, all of them basically came to India. But in 1661, King Charles II of England married Catherine of Braganza. So she was the princess of Portuguese, and Bombay was basically an island which was given to Princess Catherine as a dowry. So Bombay and Tangiers were given to Charles II on 3rd July 1661. Okay, so the correct answer is Portuguese. Question number 22. The Maratha claim of the revenue for protection is called as dash. The options are Sardeshmukhi, Chaudh, Jama and Abwab. So see, when you talk about Shivaji Maharaj, so he was the emperor here in Maratha. However, the southern areas, for example Deccan, so Shivaji was very powerful. So on these areas of Deccan and South India, he used to impose another tax in return for promise of non-aggression. Means Shivaji and his troops won't attack in the Deccan and the south, and for this protection they will provide a tax. This tax was called as Chauth and also the Sardeshmukhi, but especially protection wala tax, what was that? That was Chauth. Yani ki 25% of the gross revenue of the Jagirdars of Maratha. In return they promised non-aggression. Additional 10% percentage was also taken, which was Sardeshmukhi, but this was on the different pretext. Next question, question number 21. Khalsa, the Society of the Peer, was founded in dash. The options are 1605, 1627, 1699, 1707. So the correct answer is option C, that is 1699. So as you know, 10th Sikh Guru, there are total 10 Sikh Gurus. The last Sikh Guru is Guru Gobind Singh. After Guru Gobind Singh, there is no other Guru. There is Guru Granth Sahib. Yani ki the book is the Guru. So the 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Sahib, he basically baptized 5 Sikh. And then he said that they are the purest Sikh, and that is how the Khalsa is made. So what is the Khalsa? The Society of the Pure. And this particular event took place on 30th of March 1699. Okay, and it is commemorated as a very important day in the Sikh religion. The correct answer is 1699. Next question, it is asking, who among the following Mughal emperors after his recovery from the illness wore a pearl earring as a token of thanks to the Sufi saint Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti? Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan. So the correct answer is your Akbar. Now let us move to the next question. Question number 24 is asking, mercantilist, free trade, mercantile capitalism and finance imperialism are the three successive phases of British colonialism. This theory was first formulated by Dash. So one of the earliest theories was given by R.C. Dutt, where he discussed three stages of the British capitalization. So it has taken place in three stages, and it was basically based on the Marx theory also. So mercantilist, free trade, mercantile capitalism, financial imperialism. These three are the successive phases of the British colonialism, and this was given by R.C. Dutt. Next question. The All India Women Congress, that is AIWC, was started in the year 1927 to do dash. Option A, promote women's education. Option B, increase the women's share in the legislature. Option C, enhance the women's employment. Option D, campaign for women's voting right. So this was started in 1927 for promoting the women education. As you know, it took place in Pune, Ferguson College of Pune, and Maharani Chinmabai Sahib Gaikwad of Baroda. She was the presiding officer also, presiding chairman, and they discussed about the primary school, the secondary school and all that, so they should be basically developed. So let us move to the next question. It is asking, question number 25. The main reason for the peasants to join the 1857 revolt was dash. The options are inordinately high revenue demand. Option B, the revenue policies not only uprooted the ordinary peasants but also destroyed the gentry of the country. Third, the beneficiaries of the new revenue policies were also not satisfied. Option D, all of the above. So the correct answer, as you know, peasant revolt of 1857, there were many reasons. So all of the above is the correct answer. Next question. Who among the following was not included in the INA trial held in Red Fort, Delhi, 1945-46? The options are G.S. Dillon, Prem Sehgal, Mohan Singh, and Shah Nawaz Khan. So after the World War II, the Britishers in 1945 captured 23,000 soldiers and put on them the charges of treason, that means cheating. This was the total process was carried out in Red Fort, and three people were here: Shah Nawaz Khan, P.K. Sehgal, G.S. Dhillon, but not Mohan Singh Bhakna. He was not there. So option C is correct here. The next question it is asking, the theory of central places was propounded by Dash. So the options are W. Christoller, option B A. Weber, option C von Thunen, option D Isard. And the correct answer is A. So as you know, W. Christoller, he gave the central places theory. What is the central places theory? So in a particular area, what is the land settlement pattern? The people are staying in a circular pattern, or the people are staying in a linear pattern? Are they staying in cluster or very much scattered kind of arrangement? So this theory was given in 1933 about the spatial arrangement, distribution of the human settlement population, and the distances from each other settlement. So this was given by Christopher. So I hope you like the session. If you like the session, share the video with your friends. Like the session, share it, and comment about your doubts. Also subscribe to the channel guys for upcoming video updates.